Kim Jong-un can celebrate because there's a new supreme leader in his club, Asim Munir of Pakistan. His career progression will make you jealous. Corps Commander in 2019, Army Chief in 2022, Field Marshal in 2025 and Supreme Military Commander also in 2025. Do you know when this happens? When you don't just work for a company, you own it. And that's Asim Munir. He is the de facto king of Pakistan. Last week, he took over as the Chief of Defence Forces, sort of like a tri-service chief. He will command the Army, the Navy and the Air Force. And fun fact, he will also be Army Chief. That's two hats for Munir. Chief of Army and Chief of Defence Forces, CDF. Why two hats? Because who cares? The Pakistani government passed a constitutional amendment last month. It formalized what was already known, that Asim Munir rules Pakistan. He took over as Supreme Commander last week and yesterday he gave his maiden speech. Frankly, ChatGPT could have written it. That's how predictable it was. Munir went on a rant against India. Let me quote from what he said. India should not be a victim of any self-deception or assumption. Next time, Pakistan's response will be even swifter and more severe. Talk about peak delusion. Because forget a response. Back in May, Pakistan did not even know what hit them. They simply woke up to cratered runways and destroyed hangars. Munir got his first promotion for that brilliant loss. Now he's got his second. The Supreme Commander also had a message for his other brother. That's the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. Again, let me quote from what he said. A clear message has been given to the Taliban regime that it has no choice but to choose between the TTP and Pakistan. The TTP is the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Islamabad says Kabul is shielding this group. This is basically the Pakistani Taliban, the TTP. Kabul says it is Pakistan's internal matter. So Asim Munir has issued an ultimatum. You choose us or the TTP. As far as choices go, that's a tough one. One side is radical and rogue. It carries out terror attacks on innocents. It has no money, no organization, and no future. On the other side is the TTP. The fact is, Munir's problems go beyond terror. Politically, his position is not secure yet. He faces an unyielding opponent in former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Yes, his party has been defanged, Imran Khan's party, but his supporters hold considerable influence. And we saw that last week. Rumors spread that Imran Khan had died in prison, and on cue, massive protests broke out in Pakistan. They managed to paralyze major Pakistani cities. Interestingly, the Indian Foreign Ministry was asked about this turn of events. Listen to their response.
देखिए, पाकिस्तान में जो भी घटनाएं होती हैं उस पर हमारी पैनी नज़र रहती है, लेकिन जहां तक लोकतंत्र की बात कह रहे हैं आप कि पाकिस्तान में लोकतंत्र लचीला हो रहा है, उसमें कमजोरी आ रहा है, उसकी ताकतों को कमजोर किया जा रहा है, लोकतंत्र और पाकिस्तान दोनों साथ-साथ में नहीं जाते.
Hard to argue with that. We rarely use Pakistan and democracy in the same sentence. When we do, it is to say that Pakistan is not a democracy. But on a serious note, what does all of this mean for India? Munir's elevation and his speech, what does it mean? Mainly two things. One, his strategy remains unchanged. Even as Army Chief, Asim Munir was a warmonger. You may remember his comments on Kashmir in April this year. He called Kashmir Pakistan's jugular vein. And days later, the Pahalgam attack happened. Clearly, that warmongering approach has not changed. His first instinct was to warn and threaten India. That's the first thing to note. Secondly, Asim Munir is not your typical Pakistani general. He's not happy holding the remote control. He wants to be seen holding it. He wants the country and the world to know his power. And that makes him dangerous. Look at his moves in the last 4 years. In 2022, he ousted Imran Khan. In 2023, he jailed Imran Khan with hundreds of cases. In 2024, he rigged an election to install his loyalists. In 2025, he triggered a conflict with India. And the same year, he became Supreme Commander. So in 4 years, Asim Munir has gone from kingmaker to king. He is clearly ambitious and dangerous. And from all accounts, he is also radical and reckless. This man has his fingers on Pakistan's nuclear arsenal. It's not just a worry for India, it should be a worry for the whole world.
They promised glory. They delivered fear. They shaped nations. They scarred generations. From brutal purges to propaganda machines, from stolen power to violent falls from the throne. Welcome to The Dictator, a series that strips away the myth and then exposes the men behind the tyranny. History remembers their power. Firstpost reveals their truth.